Let's lastly finish up with some more potential front office damning news if this goes down. Because the last thing we're going to talk about here is Darren Waller and his future team possibly. Because there are reports that come out very recently that the Raiders and the Packers are in trade talks for Darren Waller, and this kind of came up during the Davante Adams trade. Of course, they couldn't trade for this because there's a rule, one of those real small arbitrary ones that we forget about a lot, where a team could tag a guy, but until the tag is signed, they cannot trade away that player for another player in return. It is picks and other sorts of financial compensation only. For some reason, apparently the powers that be decided that that's the best option here. So since they couldn't do that, they've been working on a trade since. This is all according to a man I've never heard of, Aaron Nagler. Apparently he's with, I think, Cheesehead News or something like that. So probably no bias here when it comes to Packers talk. And then from probably, I would say, a more verified reporter, we get just literally hours later after this news breaks, coming from ESPN's very own Jeremy Fowler. He says that there is a 0% chance of this happening. So I'm kind of torn here because I could totally see this trade happening. All biased Broncos fan in me, please get Waller's ass out of that division. Davante Adams is enough on the Raiders, so I'm not complaining there. It is a logical trade it could be a logical trade for the Packers, depending on money though. And if it's true that they were trying to do this during Davante Adams and you couldn't do it for the role, and they just started doing this after the trade, this report makes sense.
What do you
right?
What do you think the value is on guy like Darren Waller? Because it seems like,
is there a first rounder there?
Here's the thing. So
is there a first rounder Darren Waller?
It seems like the top 5 to top 10 receiver market kind of has a price tag right now. When Stephon Diggs got traded, it was a high to mid, or it was a mid first round pick. So yeah, and some other assets on top of it. When it was Davante Adams, it was a first and second. Tyreek, a first and second. I think a first minimum is what you're talking about with these elite pass catchers. Is Darren Waller in that category, or is he?
I think he is.
I think he is too. I personally
does elite.
But if you're the Packers,
and I think the Raiders are able to demand that from the Packers as well.
And if you're the Packers, though, would you rather? So this NFL draft class is very, very deep at the receiver position. Would you rather trade that first round pick that you got from the Raiders to get Darren Waller, or would you rather take a risk on a guy like Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave or, even like a Treylon Burks or a Jamison Williams, one of those guys? Would you rather have the known asset in Waller or take a risk on one of the cheaper young guys with the draft picks?
I think it also depends on the Packers' mindset right now. Are they in? I'm gonna bring out the hated word, the window. Is the window closing on Aaron Rodgers' career? Apparently now he has 4 years, so you don't necessarily have to win now. I don't think you need to make the trade for Darren Waller. I think you can just stick with the draft and save yourself some money, save yourself some draft hits, and hell, you might be able to get a better value from the draft as well, because if you're going to be paying Aaron Rodgers a shit ton of money over the next 4 years, wouldn't it make sense to have a first-round guy on a 4-year rookie deal that's not worth that much money or cap hit as well?
I think, and especially with, the Packers have 11 draft picks this year in the 2022 class. They really have not had a ton of draft capital in the last.
But also, they haven't had draft success.
No, that's very, very true.
Actually.
They have not drafted very well.
Alex, final answer. Don't trade for Darren Waller.
No.
No.
Nope.
No. Go to the draft.
What if Darren Waller costs a third and a fifth?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
A first and a fifth, you said?
Second and a fifth.
Second and fifth. Yeah. I like that trade because you can still take a wide receiver in the first round.
I think that's what it comes
I don't think he goes for that though.
I think the Packers have to get a receiver in the first round. If they do not come out of the draft, and the thing is they have 2 picks in the first round. So if they really wanted to, they could trade the 28th pick for Waller and then still draft a receiver at the 22nd. But
Good
I think
point.
at a minimum they need to get at least one pass catcher out of the draft, and it would be great for them to just go 22, 28. Let's get 2 receivers in and forget about it for the rest 4 years. That's how good I think these receivers.
You mean don't trade up for a quarterback you're not going to play ever?
It's just the dumb.
I'm so sorry. That's old news, and it's an old joke at this point. It's still funny to me.
It is aged horribly, absolutely horribly.
Are you surprised?
No, God, no. But still,
No.
it's just so bad. And
I guess, Alex, final question with this Darren Waller stuff.
Yeah.
Is the rumor true? Does he get traded?
no, God, no. He's not getting traded.
No. Okay.
All fun to talk about, but he's not getting traded.
Oh, it's so much fun to talk about. At least in reality, Deebo Samuel
But here,
getting traded.
it's like I would have told you 2 years ago that Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill would never be traded. So I don't know. Everyone. I don't think it happens, but would I be shocked if it did now?
Is this the point we're at? Is NFL analysts? I don't know. Probably. Maybe. Fuck it. I'm gonna throw a dart.
Well, let's put ourselves in Darren Waller's shoes. Is he?
You got the coin, Alex?
Is Darren Waller
quarter
a little outside of the bromance here now that Derek Carr's got his best friend and former college?
His college bro?
He kind of like, now I'm not the go-to guy. I wonder where my targets are going to come. Is he going to be just passing to Hunter Renfrow and Devontae Adams all day, and maybe
Oh, the drama.
getting a little salty? Scouts have gone, and Derek Carr and Devontae Adams have been doing little private one-on-one workouts, and Darren Waller gets a little FOMO, and all of a sudden calls up Rodgers and is like, "Hey, man, like, would you want to play together?" I think you get. I think all of a sudden, I think you've tainted my mind and thinking everything in the NFL is a conspiracy. So
I'll take pride in that, baby.
Darren Waller is going to get traded for a 7th-round pick.
Yes. Sold. Book it. My favorite thing to do with the NFL, no matter what, is to read so far into everything that you go past the truth.
My national pastime is paralysis by analysis.
Yes. So that's why Tom Brady is still going to be traded to the San Francisco 49ers for Deebo Samuel.
And Jimmy G.
Bro.
Make the numbers work.
Trey Lance and Jimmy G to the Bucks with Deebo. Tom Brady gets
And Mike Evans.
And Ellie Marpet's going to come out of retirement to play for the Niners.
And Bruce Arians is now our GM. Everything changes.